The 2010 Superstar Series season took off from Monza, where after a season dominated by BMW, Mercedes took the edge since the start, when newcomer Johnny Herbert got the toughest luck. Ferrari took the lead immediately while a huge pack battled their way through the Italian track's tight chicanes. BMW had to play catch-up to their German rivals, but that took some risks, including a couple of contacts, while Ferrari cruised to win. The reverse top 8 start for race 2 brought some more action. Piggoli rebounded to take the lead on Del Castello and his Cadillac, followed by Ferrari. The 28-year-old completed the job shortly after on the front straight to sweep the weekend. Piggoli wound up on the podium again, while Del Castello handed Santucci Motorsport its maiden podium finish. In the second round at Imola, rain in qualifying brought Audi to the top. At the start of the race one, several drivers that were disappointed at Monza tried to get some space. Gianni Morbidelli pulled an aggressive move on Kohler to get into contention, while Ferrari proved even more aggressive, eventually ending up his day crashing into the barriers at the Tamburello corner. It was BMW's Biaggi to step up at the end, passing both Kohler and teammate Morbidelli, while Herbert moved into second. On race 2, Cadillac took the lead again, and again Piggoli moved to front. With Morbidelli spinning while trying to get back into the lead, Piggoli led Biaggi, who clinched second place in standings at his home track. Portimao hosted the first non-Italian round for the 2010 Superstar Series, and things got hot right from the start. As soon as the green lights came on, BMW's Biaggi and Morbidelli got chased by Audi's Kohler and Albuquerque. Morbidelli took the lead and tried to pull away until a tap by Kohler sent him spinning with just corners to go. And as the Italian racer was penalised for the contact, local star Albuquerque got his first Superstars race win in front of Biaggi and Montanari. Chevrolet started off from the pole on race 2, but right at the first corner, it was the Mercedes of Ferrari to take the lead. The nimble BMWs did strike back though, as Gabellini and Morbidelli powered past him to dominate and take an all-Bavarian 1-2 in front of Kohler. At the Hockenheimring, Mercedes power dominated since the very early stages, and once again Ferrari started to raise the bar. While Piggoli was able to retain the top spot, his young rival passed him with an incredible move for the lead. While the Carl Racing C63 AMG pulled away, Biaggi managed to clinch second. Piggoli fended off the return of Morbidelli under the checkered flag. On race 2, Cadillac and Chrysler traded paint during the early stages, but Ferrari and Piggoli emerged again as the top contenders. After an identical pass to the one pulled on race 1, Ferrari was able to extend his leadership to almost 5 seconds, while Johnny Herbert cruised to his second podium finish of the year. At the Paul Ricard track, a new variable came into play. As Biaggi and Ferrari seemed to be the chosen ones for title, the brand new Porsche Panamera broke through in the hands of multiple touring car champion Fabrizio Giovanardi. A revamped Jaguar XF showed huge potential, but there were crashes to condition the weekend. A contact between Francesco Cini and Ferrari sent the latter spinning. And while the Carl Mercedes suffered huge damage, Piggoli got collected too. Giovanardi, who had dominated all the race, took his first win for N Technology, and Biaggi just stayed clear of any trouble to step away in standings. On race 2, it was once again Porsche time. After having moved on Biaggi, Giovanardi chased young sensation Ivan Tramontozzi to end up with a picture-perfect double win. At Vallelunga, Biaggi entered the weekend with a much more comfortable lead in points. As a massive crowd made it on track, Giovanardi was looking to capitalise from the title battle to score his third straight win. That worked like a plan. After getting clear of Piccoli at the start of race 1, he progressively extended his lead. Behind him, previous Superstars winner Luca Rangoni celebrated the debut of his own team with second place. Biaggi had something to cheer for too, as he captured the Italian Championship's honours. On race 2, a huge wreck neutralised the race at the start and gave a huge chance to youngsters Sini and Kohler. Giovanardi this time had a harder time in recovering, while an unexpected ending saw Kohler bang doors with his Mercedes rival to take his maiden win. Biaggi had all but clinched the International Superstars Series at Kyalami, but Ferrara was determined in leaving nothing unattempted. At the end of qualifying, he took the pole in front of Herbert, and while they battled for the lead, Biaggi was making his way to a title in an all-BMW catfight. In the end, the former Lotus and Benetton Formula One racer got the edge, thus scoring his first Superstars win and the first victory for Chevrolet in 2010. At the start of race 2, Piccoli hit the front while someone had troubles in the mid-pack. After battling with the surprising Jaguar of Romagnoli, Herbert saw his chances end up in smoke, but when Biaggi stepped up, the race took a new spin. The Bologna-based racer moved on Kohler, Ferrara and Piccoli to legitimate his Race 1 celebrations. The first Superstars Series event of the season also hosted the debut of the new GT Sprint Championship. Two Ferrari F430s, driven by the experienced Mediani and Cadet, shared the front row. And while the latter got an early edge, a huge wreck involved several cars, mainly Porsches. At the following restart, Mediani desperately tried to move on Cadet, but without any success. While the AF course racer cruised to win, Michele Rugolo ended up in third and Thomas Kemenata won the GT Cup category. On race 2, Alessandro Bonetti cruised to an easy lead at takeoff, but it was the GT Cup class to provide the best battle. Alessandro Neri and Kemenata's teammate Matteo Manzo fought hard and almost made contact, with the female racer getting the worst of it. Bonetti's lead was pretty much uncontested as he topped Rugolo and the AF course car of Spirazzuoli. At Imola, the guest car of Ciocci and Perazzini got the pole, but Cadet and Bonetti went immediately to the front. The Brescia-based racer was able to pass, but it was just time for the Vittoria Competizione driver to rebound thanks to an incredible move amid lapped traffic. In GT Cup, Porsche finally got the first win of the season with Andrea Gagliardini, who topped Neri and Kemenata. On race 2, pole sitter Ciocci took a stunning victory in front of Mediani and Spirazzuoli, making the best of his first GT Sprint race. Another guest star got to the front early at Portimao. Portuguese Francisco Cruz Martins asked a lot to his tyres, and after leading the first laps he was easily passed by Cadet, Bonetti, Rugolo. And that's the way they finished. On race 2, Spirazzuoli made contact with Mediani, and that left great room for the main outsiders. Rugolo scored his first win for the Easy Race team, followed by Cruz Martins and by Spirazzuoli. In GT Cup, Alessandro Neri mastered the Algarve track to dominate, both races. The Vittoria Competizione versus AF Corsi Duel was big news at Hockenheim too, but against all odds, race 1 proved not that much of a duel, with Cadet pulling away from the start and totally dominating in front of Mediani and the surprising GT3 Corvette of Fabrizio Armetta. Unfortunately, on race 2, his teammate Spirituoli suffered from a major blow for the championship. After having to serve a drive-through penalty, he ended up spinning in an attempt to recover second place and had to settle for third. Glauco Solieri aboard the Edil Chris Ferrari was able to celebrate for his first runner-up finish of the season, while Andrea Dromedari grabbed 2 wins in GT Cup. For the penultimate round of the GT Sprint season at Paul Ricard, Spirituoli faced troubles right at the start of race 1, giving Bonetti and Mediani the chance to pull away in points. In an equally dramatic turn, GT Cup contenders Kemenata and Mappelli collided. With the Mappelli-Neri combo being called to a huge recovery, Mediani won the race easily, while Spirituoli passed Porsche's Perfetti and Solieri to take second. On race 2, Bonetti faced troubles for a jump start, allowing Cadet to take victory. Perfetti managed to end up in second at his first Superstars race, and the match point for the title was eventually postponed to Vallelunga. Race 1 at Vallelunga brought the safety car out right from the start. A big pile-up virtually handed the GT Cup title to Kemenata. For the GT2 and overall championship, Mediani and Cadet ended up in first and second. On race 2, Cadet took victory despite some small mistakes, but second was more than enough for the Bonetti-Mediani combo to clinch title by just 1 point.